The cold case of Tristyn Bailey. Killed out of jealousy? The brutal murder of 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey shocked the world. Stabbed 114 times, she was found dead in Jacksonville. The prime suspect in the case, 14-year-old Aiden Fucci. A schoolmate of Bailey was later arrested with his mother also charged with evidence tampering. But why did Fucci allegedly commit such a heinous crime? Reports suggest jealousy was the motive, but could there have been something deeper? Welcome to AF Crime, the channel that brings you fascinating crimes all around the world. If you're interested in this kind of content, then this channel is for you. Make sure to like this video, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to keep you updated on our recent uploads. Now, let's get right into the video and investigate the crime scene of Tristyn Bailey. On May 9th, 2021, a 13-year-old Patriot Oaks Academy student and cheerleader, Tristyn Bailey, was reported missing by her family. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office put out an urgent missing persons alert and said that the teen was last seen as late as 1:15 a.m. that same day near the Durbin Amity Center and was wearing a white cheerleading skirt and dark shirt. Police later determined that she had been with a classmate and Fucci at another classmate's home before she disappeared. Her body was found nearly 6 p.m. that night near a retention pond at the end of Saddlestone Drive, south of Jacksonville. The poor girl had been stabbed 114 times, and according to the sheriff's department, the victim had 49 defensive stab wounds on her arms and head. The tip of the knife was found by the medical examiner, large in Tristyn's skull. Her cause of death was ruled sharp force trauma by stabbing. Can't imagine the horror and pain she must have felt before dying right in front of the eyes of the killer. Even the sheriff, Rob Hardwick, told the press that it was a horrific, brutal murder. Meanwhile, on May 10th, Aiden Fucci, a 14-year-old boy and classmate of Tristyn Bailey, who lived half a mile from where the body was found, was arrested while the search for Tristyn was still underway. Aiden Fucci even took a selfie and posted it on Snapchat as he sat in the back of a patrol car. Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristyn lately? We're having fun in the back of a fucking cop car, while looking into the camera and smiling. The sheriff's office would later release CCTV footage of Aiden and the 13-year-old Tristyn walking on the night she was killed. He was later seen in the footage running by himself. On the night of Aiden Fucci's arrest, investigators searched his home and found a sheath of a buck knife in his bedroom, along with white Nike shoes with bloodstains, a t-shirt with blood on it, and a white piece of paper with possible blood on it. Aiden Fucci was charged with second-degree murder and ordered held without bail. His mother, Crystal Smith, was later charged of tampering with evidence by allegedly washing the blood off his jeans. According to an arrest warrant, a surveillance camera inside the house of Fucci was recording that Mrs. Smith was washing the jeans and traces of blood that were found in a sink drain. Before all of this happened, there were several signs of Aiden being impulsive about killing people. Unfortunately, no one has legally taken an action until this event happened. An 8th grader who was in a dating relationship with Aiden told the police that the boy was talking frequently about killing people. He was always carrying a knife when he was not in school and had more than once pretended to stab her or had come up behind her and put a knife to her throat. Like, girl, that's a major red flag. The most disturbing part is the month before Tristyn's killing, the girl, aka Aiden's girlfriend, states that Aiden had talked at length about murdering someone. He said that he would find a random person walking at night, drag them into the woods, and stab them. He was clearly having psychotic behavior, a very wild one. Another close friend of Aiden spoke of the knives that Aiden had allegedly named Picker and Poker. He had left his picker knife at his girlfriend's house. When Aiden was interviewed by the sheriff's deputies during the search for Tristyn, he was patted down and discovered to be carrying another knife. Later on, the cops revealed that he was hiding 8 pocket knives, a handmade shank, and a sheath for a folding buck knife at his home. Another friend of Aiden stated that he was really fantasized about killing and drawing of mutilated bodies. He said he wanted to slit someone's throat. He said it'd be satisfying. He said that his violent obsessions were a way of coping with his violent and neglectful home life. As what you've heard, Aiden's life wasn't so perfect. Well, no one's is. His girlfriend claimed that Aiden had voices in his head that told him those horrifying things. The voices in his head would constantly tell him that he was worthless and a disappointment. Aiden also struggled with self-harm, sometimes. Aiden's girlfriend also claimed that Aiden would tell her multiple times that he hated himself and that he wanted to kill himself. He goes on by saying that whenever he gets angry, the voices in his head would tell him to kill people, and that he knew there was something wrong with him. His girlfriend stated that she thinks Aiden wanted to reach out for help. His mom was always mean to him, his dad was always so rough to him, and Aiden was always in a bad mood. His parents constantly told him that he was a disappointment to the family and compared him to his half-brother. He felt neglected. He was the least favorite of the family. Aiden claimed that his dad would sometimes hit him. Aiden's friend also stated that he killed Tristyn out of jealousy. His friend also stated that later the night before the killing happened, he gave Aiden a sweatshirt and said that the crime was 100% premeditated. His friend believes Aiden may have had a bag of clothes in the woods to change in after the murder. Aiden's friend feels responsible because he was the one who invited Tristyn out that night. Aiden was also a cannabis user and constantly talking about marijuana. Before the murder, his girlfriend stated that he was frequently high and said that he once beat up a kid to steal his vape pen. The night before the murder, he was planning to get high and steal his father's weed. Now, his father, aka Jason Fucci, had also been in trouble with the law before. It was reported that back in January 2003, he was accused of child abuse, injury, and neglect. That same year, in October, he was also arrested for engaging in sexual activity with a 15-year-old girl at his home. In 2016, Jason Fucci was then arrested again for battery, following a fight at a gas station with a couple while his son was present. Now that was an emotional damage for a kid. Aiden was clearly a neglected child, but a bad childhood does not deny the fact that he killed an innocent girl, right? The wound he did for the victim's family was too deep to be compensated by his past. At a prior hearing, Fucci could be heard mumbling, saying, "Please don't let the demons take my soul." He claimed that the demons would take him away. "Why am I here?" he continued. He was also having mental health issues while in jail. On May 27, 2021, Aiden was charged as an adult according to motions filed in court. His charge had been upgraded from second-degree murder to premeditated first-degree murder. Later that day, Aiden appeared before a judge for a first appearance following the announcement that he would be charged as an adult. Because Aiden is a juvenile, death is not an option, but the charge carries maximum penalty of life in prison. The trial case is still ongoing, and Fucci hasn't pleaded guilty not until February 23, 2023, nearly 2 years after the murder. The suspect, Aiden Fucci, is now 16 years old, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the death of his 13-year-old schoolmate Tristyn Bailey. "I just want to say I plead guilty, and I am sorry for the Bailey family and my family," Fucci said. During the status hearing, the judge set a tentative sentencing date for Fucci for the week of March 21, 2023. Despite of that, the motive for killing the 13-year-old cheerleader has never been made clear by the murderer himself. Aiden Fucci's decision to enter a guilty plea is nothing more than a testament to the hard work and dedication of the exceptional work of the sheriff's office after nearly 2 years of trial. The motive may have never been clear, but one thing for sure, dear parents, please always check your child's mental health. Don't bring a child to the world if you are not physically and mentally ready, because this world has more than enough bad guys. Don't let your child to be the cause of someone's demise. If you feel that this case was an intriguing one, like this video and share it with all your friends. Also, subscribe to our AF Crime channel for finding more shocking tales around the world. And if you have any criminal case that you'd like me to investigate, share it in the comment section below.